Rocky Greiner. The purpose of this video is to tell you about a rack that I developed a number of years ago. It has a number of very unique characteristics. The most important is portable. It can be moved very easily, taken down and put up. The height is adjustable. It can fold up into a very small unit, maybe 9 inches high and about 2.5 feet long. I'll tell you about its construction. It's made out of 1-inch square steel tubes. These different tubes, I'll give you the dimensions. This actual length of this tubing is 24 inches. The vertical one is 20 inches. The diagonal is 30 inches. I've got 2 clamps that are very easily opened and closed, that can be mounted on a 3.5-inch steel pipe. This is on a portable basketball rack. I have a backboard up above it here. And this can be easily folded up, put in the trunk of your car, and taken over to a schoolyard. And you can set it up Saturdays or in the evening when the kids aren't playing out there, on Sundays. Or you can put a pole like this in your backyard, or if you've got a backboard and your kids are shooting baskets, you've got a dual purpose. Okay, this particular element here is 24 inches. The vertical element is 20 inches. The diagonal is 30 inches. The cross members are 14 inches. The cross member at the top is 16 inches. These little pivot plates are 1/8 inch thick, and the ring type of a rack here is 2 feet in diameter, and this is a 1.5-inch diameter steel pipe. It can be very easily bent by a pipe fabricating plant. It's very inexpensive to have made. I'll get into the details of the clamp in a minute, and I'll explain now how it folds up. When it's on the ground, of course, you remove these upper 1/4-inch diameter bolts, and they have wing nuts, so you don't need tools. You remove this bolt, and this element here folds down and nests up against this vertical element. And this upper piece, the diagonal, is welded to the 16-inch element, and that is welded to the clamping arrangement. So the whole clamping arrangement and this diagonal piece fold down and nest on top. So you have this element in the middle, this is on the top, and it folds up. Very compact, and of course it fit in the trunk of your car. Okay, now we could go around to the back and I could explain these elements, the clamping elements. The unique part of this Speedbag rack arrangement is this clamping configuration that I have. These pieces are pipe hangers. They're used in industrial plants to support pipes from the ceiling. And the two that are welded on the movable pieces are right off the rack. They're U-shaped and they have a little arc in them to support a pipe. Now, I can undo this bottom one. These are just large homemade wing nuts. Made out of a piece of pipe, short piece of pipe and a rod. We've got the nut is welded on the end of this, and it's stainless steel for a 1/2-inch bolt. The other 1/2-inch bolt is mounted and welded on the other support. This is the same as the U-shaped pipe support that's welded to the lower and the upper pieces, and it's just simply attached by welding a hinge from a hardware store. It's all readily available stuff. This is just cut and modified to fit the rack. So there you have it. Very easy to mount and dismount. Put it in the trunk of your car, or you can leave it on your own support pole. And there you have it. Now I could go around, I could demonstrate and punch the bag a little bit for you, and there's something else I'd like to show you when we get back in another position here. I developed a little clip I'd like to tell you about. It's a little C-shaped piece that clamps in between the swivel and the swivel mount. And the purpose of it is, the way it's designed, it allows the swivel to pivot at about 45 degrees. And when you punch the bag, if you mishit it, this would always keep the bag in alignment. So consequently, when you're doing very difficult exercises on the bag, and where you tend to mishit it, it always keeps it in alignment. So it's very, very helpful on difficult exercises. And then when you want to hit side to side, you just rotate it 90 degrees, and then it'll keep it when you're going side to side. I'll demonstrate this in a minute, and I'll just punch this and you can see how solid the rack is with this configuration. And I'll give you an idea how this little clip is made. Here's a pattern that's used. It's 7 inches long. It's a 32nd of an inch thick brass. And these little flanges on the ends are an inch wide, and it's very easy to shape with little semicircular bends. So these little ends of it come in almost, say, about 1/8 of an inch clearance, just to allow it to rotate about 45 degrees over a 45-degree arc. And it really works wonders. It's a wonderful little clip. Very easy to make. I'll demonstrate this, show you how solid it is. You can see that I'll punch this a little bit so you can see how solid the rack is, and that's most important. So it's solid from front to back and side to side. And that's why this configuration might seem a little bit ungainly, but nevertheless, this is how solid it is. You can see that you get pretty good rebound. Now, if you want to go side to side, you just rotate this, and this little clip allows it to rotate 90 degrees, and then you can see it's fairly solid on side to side. Now this pole that I have here is mounted on a portable basketball backboard support, so it's not quite as solid as it would be if this was actually supported in a hole in the ground. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and perhaps there might be someone out there who want to manufacture this. I think it might help popularize the sport. If a rack was available, it was portable and collapsible like this. In this little clip, anybody could make these, and I think it would help you a great deal if you use this type of swivel. But anyhow, thanks for listening, and God bless.